Adjourn special board meeting of the members of the board on Wednesday, November 26th at 9 a.m. in the boardroom of the Mahoney County Board of Elections office, 345 Oak Hill Avenue, Youngstown, Ohio, 44502, with a recess to reconvene again on Wednesday, November 26th, following the completion of the recount for the November 4th, 2025 general election. Would the director call the roll?
Vice Chair Barger.
Here.
Chairman Beatrice.
Here.
Attorney Bayer.
Here.
We have a, would the vice chairwoman lead us in a pledge of allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The chairman will, let's have a moment of silence for our nation, please. Probably be good if I put on my glasses. All right, for the next item 4, do we need a motion or do we just direct them to do that?
Usually we do it by motion.
Okay.
To direct the staff to conduct the recount.
I'll entertain a motion to direct the board staff to conduct the required recount of the Sebring Village Charter Amendment 7.03 Civil Service Commission from the November 4th, 2025 general election.
So moved.
There's a motion made by Sandra Barger. I'll second the motion. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, would the director call the roll?
Vice Chair Barger.
Yes.
Chairman Beatrice.
Yes.
Attorney Bayer.
Yes.
Chairman's report. I went to the budget hearing yesterday with the county commissioners. I want to compliment our director and our assistant director. I'm not a CPA and I'm not a bean counter, and so it looked a little mandrish to me what's right in front of me. But what I couldn't understand is we brought back $500,000 in like clawback money, and somehow that's not showing up as in our budget. I don't know what they do with that money, but to me, that should be somehow reflected in our budget. I understand you have a meeting with them or something?
So the chargebacks and the grants that we get, chargebacks from the municipalities and the grants that come from the state, over the last few years, I'd say, well, where can I see this in my budget and how can I account for it so that I could show this is what we actually spent? And so it's been a conversation ongoing, and so I have a meeting December 9th with Stacy at the auditors and Jen Fangio, the OMB director.
That was the only thing I couldn't understand. Like, they had this budget number for us, okay? But that budget number did not reflect the $500,000 we got back.
Correct.
And I want to go, all right, well, we got that money for the county back. Why aren't we getting credit for it in our budget? Why does that just go into the general fund or something? I mean,
So
that's
it does go, like, the chargebacks goes back to the general fund, which is our budget, but it doesn't account in our budget to show that we didn't spend that money because it came back, is what you're saying, right?
Well, they may be doing residual budgeting, is what they may be doing, which is residual budgeting. Let me give you an example. The Ohio lottery, like when everyone goes and plays like Keno and everything else, they think they're helping the schools. And what they're doing is, whatever the state collects on Keno, they take away from the budget that they give the schools from the general budget. A lot of people didn't know that. And so what I'm saying is, I want to make sure that Ralph isn't doing residual budgeting there. Oh, here's your figure, and oh, you got us this money back. Oh, great. We, at least he didn't cut our budget, but I'd like to be reflected, or somehow it be shown to the taxpayers that through grants and other works through the director and assistant director, we got money back for the taxpayers. Okay, so I was glad I went there, and it was very instructional. From what I could tell, not giving us credit for the $500,000, they're saying we're asking for 7.88% more. But I think if you took into account the money we got back, we really aren't asking
Correct.
we're probably below what we're asking for in the following year, so I hope you can get that figured out. Okay, the director's report.
Staff is doing the recount now. It should take about half an hour. We have the audit next Friday. We're gonna have a second recount for sure in West Branch schools, and we're gonna do it the same day as the audit. It's an overlap district with Columbiana County and Portage County. And Columbiana certified yesterday at 1:30. And their totals for West Branch schools kicked us into a recount. So we're gonna do it the same day as the audit. And then Fairfield, I'm waiting on a call back from Columbiana this morning. There may be a second one in Fairfield. Our numbers and Columbiana numbers are different on what the recount should be. So she'll call back here shortly, but we're gonna do that the same day as the audit as well.
Okay,
Melissa?
I don't have anything on that.
on unfinished business,
We do have unfinished business.
go ahead, what is it?
So the comp time policy, which we've been had out in advance since August, we have not determined the comp time policy, I think. So I had Annie draw up that you would be adopting the commissioner's personnel manual compensatory time policy effective October 1st. And then when you determine whatever you want to do, you can just change it. But in the meantime, we're tracking hours and we have nowhere to put them. And now it's a couple months of hours. And when you put them in starts the clock when you can use them. So we have hours we're tracking that we can't put in, can't use. Tom and I and Annie, we had a meeting with Dina Donatelli the other day about some other executive time things. It was a nice meeting. She was great, don't you think?
She was.
And we learned a few things, she learned a few things, and we did talk about the comp time, and she said she'd be able to put it in. She just needs in writing from you all that we're in the commissioner's manual. We already are in the commissioner's manual for everything, but they did not feel comfortable honoring that.
So do you have some that we have to sign? Because last time, we didn't sign something and they didn't accept you, right? Do we have any?
We
more
do,
of that?
Annie has it, and you can vote on it.
I put it by you actually.
Oh, I have it. And then, you don't have to keep this. Here, we will take that back. You don't have to keep that, but that way we can do our housekeeping in the meantime. And if you remember, the commissioner's policy was that you earn it at 1.5 hours and that you have to use it within 180 days or you cash it in. Now, that's what the current policy is.
Yeah, we had discussed, because of the uniqueness and the closeness of the election, trying for people who during election time, either in May or March, depending on what day, and then June, July, August, September, October, they're ramping up again. There's just no way
To
to-
use it in that time.
Right, and not to take anything away from you and Tom, but we had agreed that you guys would get hour for hour, right?
Well, I don't know if you agree. Danny wrote you a policy and I sent it to all of
Right,
you.
and I talked about it with him, correct.
Right, and I sent it a couple times and said, please have that prepared. Determine if that's what you wanted to do. I can't tell you what to do. I just know that we have hours sitting out there to get account for. So if
So
you
this
don't
will-
want that,
Yeah, this is to hold until we make a firm
Okay.
decision on what
Correct.
we've discussed so far.
All right, well, I will
This
entertain.
is just to be able to record them in executive time, correct?
well,
Or-
it is, but the accounting policy is 1.5, so those would record at 1.5. So if you're uncomfortable with that. you can-
That, well, we could do that until we fix our policy,
Yeah.
fine enough.
Yeah, that way it's just moving forward.
The only reason I'm saying that is you guys are supervisors, correct? Your comp time blows any other department head's comp time by 10. I can't imagine any other people in what they call supervisory roles that could nearly match your comp time, unless I'm wrong. Can you think of anyone else that gets the comp time you and Tom get?
Not off the top, but I mean, they have those,
Blue Vega when they did Saturday recyclings and they're not even close to it.
Not even close. I mean, you guys, how much comp time do you guys rack up in your elections?
I didn't add the numbers from October to November. Do you have a rough idea?
I think it was only 50 or 60 this election.
Only? That's a lot.
It is, and it's not. It's not like a presidential where you're
Yeah, you're here
Because you start sooner, you
24/7.
have more access.
So I mean, I'm gonna sign this, but my feeling on that is because you guys get so much comp time, I think it'd be unfair to do it at a point and a half, you just get a point. Like, I could see other supervisors that maybe get 5 or 6 hours of comp time doing a point and a half, but you guys rack up a ton. That has the ability to really be a budget buster,
Gotcha.
and so I'd like to
well,
keep.
it's not paid. It can never be paid. Comp time can't be paid for us.
Well,
It has to be taken.
in the commissioner's manual, if you don't use it after 180 days, it's cash out.
Yeah.
And they automatically do it. That's why you only want it temporary anyway, because we couldn't use it in 180 days, to your point.
This is why the board needs to adopt some sort of policy.
Right.
Well, I
Because
thought
county
we-
policy doesn't fit us per se.
Right. I thought that's why Dan DeCenzo put together that agreement.
He did, but that's up to you guys to read through it and vote on it, and each meeting we bring it up, no one votes on it.
Well, I think the last time we expected it to be brought up and we didn't bring it up for some reason, and it was just cut, but
When are we gonna be back here?
for that Friday, December 5th.
Yeah.
Let's look at it again then.
Something just came up on Friday, December the 5th.
Well, Lisa's back, I believe, on the 5th. I think she's coming back on the 4th.
Oh, I know it came up on December the 5th, a 9 AM meeting at the Board of Elections. I knew something came up.
That's why you're not in charge of your schedule. Attorney Beatrice, somebody else.
All right,
has to do it
let's,
for you.
from October 1st until December 5th, I'll take a motion to adopt the Mahoney County Compensatory Time Policy Manual for exempt employees. Is there a second?
I'll second.
I have a question. Is this gonna cause an accounting nightmare for you guys? Because if we change it on November the 5th, December the 5th, is that gonna cause any kind of,
No, what we'll do is, we will send this over to Dina today, we'll put in the hours that are ready. If you guys come in with your new policy on December 5th, then we simply send that to her. All they do is change the coding in executive time, and she was showing that to us the other day. So we'll just change
yeah,
it.
and
then
remember we
we'll-
were talking about giving you guys a year to use it.
And more hours, not the 180, right? It was 250 or something.
It was 280, and I think you
280.
didn't want to cash out.
Correct.
I think, but you hadn't really discussed it, and Danny had written you something, but, yeah. So we'll put it back on for December 5th.
We'll talk about it on December 5th. All right, I'm gonna sign this one. Oh, sorry, let's take a vote. Any questions, Denise?
No.
It's the day before Thanksgiving, everyone's just like, it's just like everyone's
It's my
under
favorite
pressure.
holiday.
I walked upstairs, my daughter's there, my son, my daughter's boyfriend's there, there's plumbers there. I walk upstairs in a sweatsuit and my wife goes, "You don't have court today?" And I go, "Your powers of observation are immense." She goes, "I'm not talking to you the rest of the
Yeah,
week."
that's sarcasm.
Obviously, my mom's sweat clothes, I don't have court today, right?
Okay, let's take a vote.
Let's take a vote. Director, call the roll.
Vice Chairman Barger,
Yes.
Chairman
Yes.
Beatrice, Attorney Bear.
Yes.
I'm gonna sign this one and pass it to everyone. All right, next item on the agenda is other unfinished business. I have some other unfinished business. We had a very productive conversation with the commissioners yesterday about a building. Not any particular building, but I think they're paying attention more now, and I gotta give the Secretary of State credit for that. I don't think if that letter came to me, and I don't think if that letter went back, it kind of moved from a back burner to a front burner for them, and I was glad to see that, so hopefully we
I
will.
think you had a lot to do with that, because I've had two commissioners say that you had a lot to do with this, so. yeah, take some credit
It's
there.
it's not me, it's the board, it's everyone, it's a team effort, there's no I in team. And so, but I think we're gonna hopefully have a resolution to that sooner rather than later.
So you met with all three commissioners here?
No, we went to the
No, not
budget.
for the budget, but the week before, you met with them and they came here, correct?
We went there.
Oh,
We
you
over
went
to the
there,
commissioners
okay,
and met.
and told them what you needed and how you needed it, and parking and all of that?
We also had a nice conversation after the budget meeting yesterday with some commissioners,
Yeah.
with all commissioners. And they're moving, they are moving.
I could tell a difference in their tone, let me just put it that way. I think the springing water leak and the secretary's letter to me put more of an immediacy on it. It wasn't just me saying it, it actually happened. And then not only did it actually happen, but the chief elections official happened to notice it, happened to take the time out of his day to write me a letter directly. I think that caught their attention a lot more than had the secretary not wrote me that letter. So if anyone deserves the credit, it's the Secretary of State. All right.
Thank you.
Happy to help.
Well, you're welcome. All right, the meeting will stand, anything for the good of the order of public comments? I see we have another large crowd here today. The meeting will stand at ease until the board staff completes the required recount for the November 4th, 2025 elections. And then we'll resume, and then we will adjourn, because our next meeting is already set. All right.
Check over the account.
We need a motion to bring back in or no?
I don't think so.
No, all right. So I would like the director now to announce the result of the official recount of the Sebring Village Charter Amendment 7.03 Civil Service Commission from the November 4th, 2025 general election.
Sure, this issue on election night, the unofficial results had passed by one vote, 295 to 294. We certified it actually losing by one vote after the provisionals were added at 300 to 299. Upon recount, it fails by one vote, 300 to 299.
Wow.
No change.
Let that be a lesson to everyone. That your one vote, that one vote, well, actually two,
Yeah,
but,
two.
or the one, because it would have still failed.
Filled with a
Correct,
tie,
yeah.
correct?
It fails
But
by-
one person's not voting changed that whole thing, so. Okay, nothing else, I know, and thank you for Sandy Barger for correcting me on the Robert Rules of Order. We no longer need a motion to adjourn. You know what, I could just go, Denise, go home and finish cooking.
Have a good
Happy
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving,
guys.
everybody.